Okay guys, so this might be one of the quickest videos I've ever made, but this one thing is the difference between your team looking like the new kids on the block and looking like a seasoned team to be excited about. This is, by the way, zero shade on S2. They're a new team to this level and I've enjoyed watching them so far, but this is too important not to highlight. Let's get into it. This Sandhawk was a great game for S2. They kept their compound and were able to gatekeep and third-party teams, securing 9 eliminations. But what stopped them from winning the game was a simple tactic that generally only experience can get you. Luckily for you though, I'll be your experience today. Let's reverse engineer this. Simply put, Dagestan won with their split. To get there, they had to identify the choke point of the enemy, in this case, the compound. By keeping S2 in that compound and skirting around to make sure their angles were focused in that direction, they were able to keep S2 in the choke point. To get to that point, they had to understand the terrain around them and S2's options. To put it into visual terms, DG used the landscape and their players as a net to hem in S2 into their compound for good. But what does that have to do with S2? Well, S2 had the opportunity to do the exact same thing to Dagestan. They needed to identify Dagestan's options in the new zone and the terrain around them. It's very open where DG are, and they had to come forward. Dagestan's choke point is the open ground and the loss of the ridge once S2 have moved to the other side of it. This compound is still S2's choke point, but they had trees on the northeast side of zone and a car to get some players to them. Now, this is where the split comes in. I'd leave 2 in the compound and then 2 in the car to take to the trees. See the visual that makes here? Now Dagestan are netted in. This may sound complicated, but it really isn't hard. I've broken down the thought process into every detail, but you're not actively thinking this way in the moment. Dagestan simply saw the zone, saw the ridge, realized S2 were in there and the only ones left, and made the split. It was a really easy play that was decided upon in a couple seconds. The trick here is to decide this early enough as to have control over your own actions. Because S2 didn't move as they were taking out the third team, they lost their window of opportunity to make that push happen. Dagestan won the game by using this strategy, but it's one of the basics that I look out for in any team. If a team isn't taking this kind of control, I know they're inexperienced. Hopefully with this video, you can bypass most of the time needed to learn that through trial and error, and start taking more wins sooner. Don't forget to like and subscribe because that really helps out the channel, and comment down below to let me know how this works for you. Until next time, good luck!